all the books read since the last time I did this. All these books were written by independent authors and were either self-published or published by indie publishing companies and could really use your reviews, so here's mine. Little Blood Red by Anexa Saphire. It is a romantic retelling of the Little Red Riding Hood story. One of my friends read this one because she's really big into romance. She liked the book and said it was very unique. It was a unique retelling because she's read other Little Red Riding Hood retelling stories. Only qualm with this one was the dialogue got a little bit wonky, but she finished it, and my friend is not afraid to DNF something. So, that being said, Little Blood Red. The Forgotten Oath by Samantha Hickey. I actually just finished this one and I loved it. It's an urban fantasy story, our main character Naomi. There is a little smattering of romance in there, but it's not smut, okay? It was very tastefully done for some of you who are not smut readers. Very well written, very compelling, and it ends on a cliffhanger. So now I have to look for book 2 because the cliffhanger was that hanging illegal. If you were a fan of the cartoon Gargoyles, you would love this. In fact, what was that other series? It's like Crave, the Crave series that had gargoyles in it. This is a million times better than that series. Crave series was, and I think there's a lawsuit with that series, so definitely read this one instead of Crave. Dark Valley Porter. My mother read this one. She really enjoyed it and said that it was a heavy drama, contemporary fiction novel with a surprise ending. Armitage by Atlas Creed. And let me just show you something. Hold on. You take the dust jacket off. This is a really pretty book. My favorite character in this book was Nico. He was the police officer. There were so many genres blended together. It was really unique. I'd never read anything like this before. It mixes urban fantasy with murder mystery, and there's some supernatural elements in it as well. Do be sure to read the trigger warnings for this book before you read, as there is some heavy material in this. But in all, it was a very compelling read, and I recommend. The Stricken by Morgan Shamy. Another really unique urban fantasy novel. Have you ever had that shower thought of, what if my dreams were really just glimpses into an alternate reality of myself? Morgan took that idea and put it into a full-fledged urban fantasy novel with tons of twists. As I was reading, I had no idea where things were going, and I was surprised with every turn of the page. My only qualm with this one is I didn't particularly enjoy the ending, but that's just my opinion. Other than that, it was very well written, and I highly recommend you guys check out The Stricken. That rhymes. Last but not least is Satan and the Adventure of the Blue-Eyed Freak by Bendici. I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry. This was my favorite. I think this has been my favorite read of the year so far. This book is so good. I will say that if you are a religious individual, do not read this book. Pokes fun of a lot of, like, especially organized religion, Christianity in particular. But I felt like I was reading a diary entry to Satan's life himself, revolving around this one particular incarnation. In this book, Satan has been many things. A dolphin, for one, is Satan's favorite being to be. So witty, so well written, and sarcastically funny. I laughed out loud more times than I think that I can count. Satan and the Adventure of the Blue-Eyed Freak, I highly recommend. Make sure when you guys do read any of these books that you leave reviews on Goodreads for our independent authors to help them out. Those are my reviews. The next book I'm reading is Spellcaster Wildcard by Nikki Jefford. I haven't started yet, but look, it's beautiful. It came out October 1st. So if you guys want to read along with me, this has been Ashley's Independent Library Book Reviews. I have so many to get through, but I'm trying.